Hello, my name is Destinee Irons. I am the owner of Irons Notary Services located in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am a remote online notary and a mobile notary, so I like to do both. And I got my traditional notary commission in October of 2021, and I got my RON commission in January of 2022. Funny story, so I found out about notary through my coworker in my cubicle. So I used to work in a cubicle. There was 3 of us stacked. Right behind me, I would listen to her phone conversations all day long, and she talked to her bank. And I guess her bank said, well, we don't have a notary public on staff, so you're gonna have to just call and hire a notary. And she's like, I don't know where to get a notary, I just go to the bank. And so I overheard her talking in that conversation, and then I was like, I didn't know there were notary publics outside of banks. And so I Googled it while I was in my cubicle. I'm like, what is a notary public? What does a notary public do? And I fell down the rabbit hole. Like, it was insane how much knowledge I found in just that one Google search. And then when I found out about remote online notarization, that it could be done at home or in an office or remotely, that is when I was like, oh my God, I think I want to start looking into this, and I think I might want to do this. And it just snowballed from there. Did all the research, went to my Secretary of State, did the training, did my exam, got all my supplies, and just started, my journey. It all came from my coworker that sat behind me in the cubicle. Hilarious, yes. And I thanked her the other day too. I said, thank you for, inspiring me to become a notary. So getting started as a notary, so I worked my full-time job, it was technically a 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I worked my job, and then I would do my notary business when I had time. So when I would get off of work, I would, research my state laws, I would study, I would start working on building my business, and this all happened when I was outside of work. And, no shame in the game, I did stuff while I was at work too. Like, I knew that I did not want to be there anymore, and I knew that they weren't, they weren't going to help me succeed to where I want to be. And I knew that I had to take it upon myself to use any time I had to put towards building my business. And so I would work on my business on my lunch break while I was sitting at my desk. After I got all my tasks done for the day, I would, think about things I needed to do for my business, marketing, or what my business name was going to be, or really studying. I did a lot of studying. I just knew that for me personally, I wanted something that was tangible, that I'm like, okay, I know people need my service, and I know that it's something that I could provide. I think I could make a good business out of this. And so I think I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I think when I would get kind of upset with my boss for telling me something, I would be like roll my eyes, And that's how I knew. I'm like, I think I'm meant to be my own boss. I have been a content creator since 2017. It's a passion of mine. It's like a creative need that I have to make videos and to express myself in that way. And so in 2017, I had a YouTube channel, created that, built it up to I think 11,000 followers. And I kind of heard about TikTok, didn't know much about it. I was like, I know everyone's doing it in the pandemic, and I'm like, oh, let me get on there. And after getting on TikTok and just seeing how easy it was to just upload a video and share your life and share your journey, and no stress, no pressure, that was when I completely switched from YouTube to TikTok. And I just began just talking about things that interest me. And at that time, what interested me was starting my notary business. And so I just began the process of documenting, what it's like to be a notary, and what it's like to build a business, what it's like to change your mindset from working a 9-to-5 to being a business owner. And so it's just crazy how TikTok ended up being a thing, because I just want to share my journey, that's it. And I don't know, it became something else. The TikTok algorithm, I have no control over that. So it's not something that I like strategically did. I mean, yes, there are strategies behind growing your brand and your business on TikTok, absolutely. But in a way, you kind of are at the mercy of the algorithm. You don't know what video is going to do well. You don't know what video is going to go viral. And in that time span, I had one viral video that just went crazy, and it was me showing, documenting the experience of completing a remote online notarization. And I think a lot of people still don't know what RON is and don't know what is it really like to do a remote online notarization. And so I was notarizing a document for a friend, colleague, if you will, and I asked her, are you okay with me just propping up my phone right here and just filming us interacting, just talking? I didn't show anything on camera, no privacy violations were made, but I propped up my phone and I said, you know, I went through the notarization as if it was an everyday occurrence in my business. It was natural, just like this is how my business runs. I'm gonna prop the phone up, and that video just blew up. It went to like 100. I think I got 1.4 million views on that video. Did I know that that was gonna happen? Absolutely not. I had no idea. So like I said, we content creators at the mercy of the algorithm. But that video sparked a lot of inspiration and I think a lot of questions for people. What is Ron? What is she doing? What are these legal questions? Why do you have to swear to God? Why do you have to affirm on your honor? I didn't know you had to raise your hand. I didn't know you can meet with a notary online. Like, so many people had so many questions. And so I think from that moment on, people didn't know that they could do this as a business. And I think people didn't know that Ron existed and that they can get their documents notarized online. My number one tip is being authentic. So you need to be yourself. You need to show up as you would everyday life in your business. So number two, you also need to keep it simple and entertaining and fun. Keep it light, you know. You don't want to be bogged down in all the details in a video. And yes, there are times where videos like that are needed, but in essence, you need to show up as your authentic self. You need to promote your notary business. And you need to also build a connection with your audience that's watching you. They need to, know who you are, love your business, support your business. And I think that's the biggest tip I can make is honestly, because that's what I've done. I've just been myself and share valuable information, and it's worked for me. So I don't know. And also probably try some trending sounds, some hashtags, some fun stuff. Like see what other content creators are doing. The viral ones, and then go from there and then add your little unique spin on it. But I think, like I said, the biggest tip I can give is to just be yourself and don't take it too seriously. It's meant to be fun. So I am definitely in my marketing phase of my notary business right now, and I'm advocating a lot for Ron. So I am constantly, advocating that remote online notarization is so convenient for the signer and convenient for the title company or the attorney. And so right now I'm marketing, and I am reaching out to businesses big and small and see if they're in need of my services. And, I want to continue also marketing my notary business on, social media as well, because in reality, I'm a Ron and anybody can be my client. Anybody needs a notarization on TikTok. I mean, if someone comes across my page like, hey, I needed a power of attorney done, and they're going to say, oh, she could do it. And I always say too, like, you never know who's going to need your services and when. So even if somebody comes across your TikTok video today, they might not need you until like a month from now or 6 months from now, but they kept you in mind because they liked you and they saw your business and they followed you, or they tagged your video and kept it for later because they might not need you today, but they might need you in the future. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. There's a part of me that likes structure. I like rules. I like office stuff, and that's the notary business, right? And then there's other parts of me that are creative and like to make things and be fun. And so I always say all the time, like, for whatever reason, if I want to shut down my TikTok or my YouTube, I'm gonna do only my notary. If I shut down my notary, then I'm only gonna, it's perfect for me, the balance. So I will definitely be renewing my commission for sure.